Susie, the legislation being discussed would limit the amount of money banks can charge for overdraft fees. This would have an impact everywhere in the country, but including here in the Wabash Valley. I spoke with Erin Macy with the Indiana Community Action Poverty Institute. She speaks on behalf of consumers here in Indiana and recognizes that overdraft fees hit the state's most vulnerable the hardest.
Overdraft fees are typically charged to lower income or financially struggling consumers.
With no enforced limit, banks are able to charge as they please, most fees being anywhere from $25 to $35. Macy says banks keep these fees high for a reason.
Overdraft fees have become a major source of bank and credit union revenue. Sometimes a quarter to a third of their revenue comes from overdraft fees.
That would all change if this legislation passes. Instead, banks with more than $10 billion in assets could be capped at $3 per overdraft charge. That would impact nearly 200 banks. According to Macy, such a drastic change would take billions of dollars in revenue from large banks. If this legislation passes, it would go into effect in the fall of 2025. I have more information about how this legislation would impact Indiana consumer protections linked at WTHI-TV.com. Back to you.
Interest rates are currently at a